it's going to be quick and easy, and it's not.
They test you well, they set you up good for the profession.
Why did you choose real estate?
I'm a newbie, but I work hard.
I love it. Yeah, everybody
Still-
wants a piece of the pie.
Yeah, everybody does want a piece of the pie.
A lot of people do fail that exam the first time.
I like helping people, late nights, early mornings.
Yes. What is the biggest surprise for most new agents?
You will make quick money.
Not everybody's going to love you.
It's a demanding profession.
I'm going to keep my job, and I'm
Yes.
going to do this part-time.
I try to stay motivated.
What would it be and why?
A marathon.
Oh, I love that.
Staying motivated, staying out there.
You become a counselor, you become, a therapist.
Yeah, I'm happy with where I am right now.
The Red Chair Podcast. Real truth behind real people in real estate.
Welcome here to another episode of the Red Chair Podcast. We are so glad you've chosen to join us again today. If this is your first time joining us, welcome here. We're so glad you've decided to check out this episode. There are many episodes for you to choose from, so be sure to click subscribe so you can get notifications when we get new episodes coming out. And be sure to check at the end of this video for other possible topics that you can choose from. We've got lots of great content. And hey, we are also on Spotify. So if you want to check us out there, you can do so. And if you're on Spotify right now and you want to go to YouTube and check us out on video, you can do that as well. You've got some options. We've got a great conversation for you today about the process around becoming a real estate agent. We've got a great realtor here with us, Ghotra. He has just recently gone through the process of getting licensed himself. Rocky, how long have you been licensed now?
Almost a year now.
Okay, so almost a year.
Yeah.
So
Almost
we're
a
going to
year.
talk about some of the questions around what licensing is like.
Yeah.
What were the things that you were sort of expecting from becoming licensed, and maybe some of the challenges and the triumphs as well. So welcome here today.
Thank
we're
you
so
so much.
glad to have you.
Thank you so much for having me over here.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
So let's get started just by asking my first question here. I think a lot of people think that real estate is, it's going to be quick and easy, and it's not. And so I guess my first question to you is, why did you choose real estate? Why did you decide that this was going to be the career for you?
For me, I like helping people.
Yeah.
So this is one profession where you can combine market knowledge and genuine care for clients.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what really excites me and motivates me. Plus, when I was going through my own transaction a couple of years ago,
Okay.
that prompted me to really focus on trying to get my own license one day. That's pretty much it from
Right. So you kind of went through the process.
Yes.
You bought your own property.
Yes.
And you thought, man, this is kind of interesting. I think I could see a future in this. And that kind of led you in that direction.
It did. I also come from a healthcare background, so I know a couple of things: attention to detail, communication, trust are just as important in that industry as it is in real estate.
Right.
So but it's all about helping people with the right care and knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
great. So let's talk about the process of licensing. Kind of go through the steps of where do you even begin?
First of all, you have to decide if you want this profession or not. Process is overlooked by British Columbia Financial Services Authority, or also known as BCFSA. There are some prerequisites to it. You have to be at least 19 years of age, have a high school diploma or equivalent, pass a background check, do all the requirements. And then you have to take a course from a real estate trading services course. That's from UBC, Sauder School of Business.
Right.
And then it's a self-paced program. So once you are on board with that program, you have to pass the licensing exam. Once you're done, takes 6 months to a year and a half,
Okay.
depending on the pace of a person.
Right.
And then once you're done with the licensing exam, you find a sponsoring brokerage. For me, it's LePage.
Right.
And then you have to take a practical component of it, which is called Applied Practical Course. And then once that's it, then you start working as a licensed agent.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So you've got the sort of education component through BCFSA.
Yeah.
You go, it's self-paced, which is great.
Yes.
I've done it as well, so
Yes.
I am very familiar with it.
Yes.
I think one of the things that was quite intimidating to me was the size of the textbook.
It indeed is.
Yes, it's a lot of content that you're
it's-
covering.
It is a lot of
Yeah.
content, but basically they prepare you for contracts,
Right.
legal compliance, professional ethics, law. There's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah.
The book is daunting at first, but with the right determination and devotion,
Yeah.
I think anything is achievable. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that a lot of people look at real estate and think because, maybe they've had a friend that's gone through the program that has done the studying, because it is a shorter period of time and it is self-paced, people think, well, I can just breeze through this and get through it quickly. But I have heard that the real estate exam is one of the hardest exams in the province.
Yeah.
And so I think people think it's going to be simple.
Yes.
But a lot of people do fail that exam the first time.
It does, yeah. The exam is very technical. I
Yes.
expected it to be a lot more easier, but it's not, especially the legal side of
Yes.
things. And also there is some mathematics involved in it too.
Yes.
But they test you well, they set you up good for the profession.
Right.
And beautiful things or good things, happen with a lot of grinding and stuff. So it's worth it at the end, but it does take a lot of practicing knowledge, a lot of time to study and everything.
Yeah.
But like I said, at the end, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so we're filming this podcast in 2025. So, prices of things change over time.
Yeah.
But as of sort of right now, the course itself, it is fairly affordable, I think, for people. I think it's right around the $1,500 mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are, by the time you start from getting a class at the Sauder School of Business, that component is around about $1,500.
Yeah.
And then once you're done with the course itself, I think you have a practical component, which I mentioned earlier.
Yes.
That's another $850 or $900.
Right.
And then there are brokerage fees to it.
Mm-hmm.
There's different real estate board fees to it, Victoria
Right.
Real Estate Board for us.
Yeah.
So there's a new member initiation fee. You're a part of British Columbia Real Estate Association, Canadian Real Estate Association.
Right.
So it all adds up.
Yeah.
But
everybody
still-
wants a piece of the pie.
Yeah, everybody does want a piece of the pie. But the upside is that once you're in the profession, you work hard.
Yes.
There is no cap as to how much money you can make.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I see it as a one-time investment in your career.
That's a great attitude to have, right? And I think, sometimes when I'm talking to people that are interested in getting into real estate, I think I usually like to tell them, if you can sort of make sure you've got $8,000 to $10,000 kind of set aside for your licensing fees, your courses, your applied practice. You've got to do a criminal record check.
Yes.
There's a few things like that. The English proficiency test,
Yes,
which people don't realize that is there, that everybody has to take. And so,
Very true.
those costs add up quite a bit. So
They do.
having a little bit of money put aside. And then I think on top of that too, it is a commission-based career.
Yes.
And so making sure that you've got a little bit of money set aside once your license comes through, so that because commissions don't happen obviously right away
They
all
do
the
not.
time. Yeah.
Budgeting is really crucial.
Yeah.
Busiest months will bring you sales, but the downside is that slower months, tend to be slow.
Yeah.
So inconsistent income is a thing,
Yes.
at start.
Yeah.
But with the right time, devotion, and effort, I think you just get better at it. And
Yeah.
again, for me, it's all about doing it for the long term.
Right.
Right. So you put in the time and the effort to it, and then I think it will bear you fruits at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that's
Yes.
really good.
Yes.
So that's sort of the technical side of
Yeah.
things, the course itself. walk me through, so you've gone through, you've done the exam, you have done your applied practice course, and now, you're sort of at that stage where you're choosing a brokerage. In your case, you chose Royal LePage, and we're
Yes.
so grateful that you did
And
because
thank
we
you so
love
much
having
for
you.
thank you so much for having me.
But sort of at that point, everything that you've learned in the course,
Yeah.
is that the day-to-day, or like what, once you sort of, okay, I'm licensed,
Yeah.
now what?
Well,
happens then?
you have to stay current with market knowledge. In BC, you have to go through a 2-year cycle of relicensing education,
Right.
which involves 3 things mainly. One is professional update. One is ethics, legal ethics. And then the third one is a professional development program in which you have to take at least 21 credits. And then, so there's a lot of ongoing education
Right.
that you have to do and stay current because the market, technology, and the laws are always changing.
Yes.
So staying ahead for me, staying compliant is not just about meeting those requirements, but it's staying ahead and how you bring value to your clients.
Right.
So it's not just about getting the license. There is a lot of continuing education and components that go with it, which will help you
Yeah.
stay current and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that that's a real comfort to the consumer as well, because
Yeah.
it's not sort of a one and done. Like we're constantly having to educate ourselves because, the laws, the legislation are always changing.
Yes.
Mortgage interest rates, all of these things are constantly changing. So
Yes.
we have to keep up to date with all of those
Yes.
things in order to give the consumer confidence. So, it's interesting because I don't think a lot of people realize that. They think, oh, I'm just going to do this quick course, self-paced, online, whatever, I'm going to be done with
Yeah.
it. But there's so much more to it.
There is so much more to it.
Yeah.
It's making sure you're doing everything by the book. Like I said, laws are always changing.
Yeah.
So it's how you bring value to your clients
Yeah.
and then build a relationship and trust over the long term,
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that goes into it. There have been a lot of, late nights, early mornings,
Yes.
and I'm sure they will keep on going there,
Yeah.
But they prepare you well, according to me. They prepare you well, but you have to do ongoing training
Yeah.
every 2 years and then every couple of months and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's great. That's
Yes.
good. So what would you say is, what is the biggest surprise for most new agents once they're licensed?
That you will make quick money. That's one of those.
Yeah.
For me, specifically, it was I don't have a sales background, so for me it was just that you gain your knowledge, do your marketing, door knocking, and everything. Open houses, and then not following up on a consistent basis for me was a big thing with the clients.
Yeah.
But you have to follow up with them even when you don't have any showings or even things are on the side for a month or 2.
Yeah.
So making quick money, according to me, was what the common notion is, but that is not the case.
No.
And then following up and making sure you are constant in your outreach with your clients.
Yeah.
That's a big.
Yeah.
That's a big. Other few components are staying motivated
Right.
when the sales are not going.
Yeah.
Like I said, the income is inconsistent, so make sure you're budgeting
Yeah.
as well. And you can easily get burnt out because it's a competitive market. So it's very easy to overwork yourself trying to get established.
Yeah.
So these are a couple of things that I think are there.
Has it been your experience that you've had to deal with rejection?
Yes.
Yeah. And
there
how
are.
do you deal with that?
Well, I try to stay motivated that by keeping, a thought in mind that every conversation is planting a seed.
Right.
Deals usually take months to close. So you just got to stay motivated. For me, I celebrate small wins.
Yeah.
Even it's like finding a new contact or just booking a showing.
Yeah.
So you have to there has to be some kind of motivation in yourself because at first it can get discouraging when you don't have the client. You're prospecting for clients,
Yeah.
all the time. So yeah, I celebrate small wins.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's good.
Yes.
That's really good. And I think too, it like I heard you say, it's very competitive.
Yes, it is very
So
competitive.
there are a lot of real estate agents out there. And so, a very small percentage of them are actually doing the business.
Yes.
And so finding your way through that and realizing that, not everybody's going to love you
No.
and choose you.
Yeah.
They may interview several agents
True.
with the hope of hiring one.
True.
And you are, you're left in that limbo until you find out. And then you get the call saying, they chose somebody else. And that can be difficult. It
Yeah, I
can
mean,
be,
one thing I've learned is that there are some components that are in your control, but not everything is in your control. Just like, client behavior at times,
yeah.
market unpredictability. So that's also one thing that I thought that you are always in control, but it's not
Yeah.
what it is. No, it's not. But again,
Yeah.
you live and learn. It's my
Yeah.
first year so far,
Yeah.
but it's going good.
And what would you say, like, are things that you have found to help with, like, improving how you feel in those areas? Like, are you a part of, connections with other agents?
Yeah.
How do you gain that inspiration, that motivation to
Yeah,
keep going?
you have to, be consistent with your learning. Mentorship is big. You have to try to find a mentor who will, with their experience, be able to
Yeah.
guide you. Somebody who has walked, these things or done these things before.
Yeah.
So yeah, mentorship is big. Track your activities, not just your results. You have to be really disciplined with learning. Shadow experienced agents, like I said, mentorship.
Yeah.
They will bring you the right expertise, tell you a few shortcuts here and there, tell you how to have a good sense of market, how it's going, market cycles and everything.
Right.
So yeah, I try to learn from mentors. Spend a lot of time with them.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, we have great agents here, very collaborative, helpful, supportive staff.
Yes.
So mentorship is big.
Yeah.
And try to shadow somebody. It's like a fast track education.
Yeah.
According to me.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
great. That's
Yeah.
great advice.
Yeah.
Okay, so setting yourself up for success is so important. And I
Yes.
think you've touched on some of those things just by, connecting with people that are experienced and gaining that insight through mentorship. If let's say you're more experienced now and you're giving advice to someone new coming in, they're coming to you and saying, how did you get through this? What would your advice to someone coming in be?
Couple of things is like treat it like your business from day one. Be consistent in your learning and outreach. Shadow experienced agents whenever you can.
Yeah.
Try to use all your brokerage's support and resources, training, ongoing training, and everything, and build relationships. Sometimes it's just not about money. Building a relationship and trust for me is one of the best. I mean, one of the important things out there. So again, invest in learning, invest in outreach, be consistent with it, mentor somebody, and build relationships for a long term.
Yeah, I think the first thing you said is really the key. It's building, like making sure that you are making this a business.
Yes, from day
That
one.
is such a good starting point.
Yes,
I think a lot of people just go, yeah, I'm just going to go do this. I'm going to give it a try. Sometimes I think agents will say, well, I'm going to keep my job and I'm
Yes.
going to do this part-time.
Yes.
And we'll see how it, pans out.
Yeah.
And I think the realization of the industry is that you have to be available
Yes.
basically 24/7 for people, right?
Yeah, what I'm starting to learn is that real estate is flexible,
Yeah.
but it's unpredictable at times. Your client's needs always come first. You can set your own schedule, but you have to be available for last minute, showings
Yeah.
or negotiations. So it's just that you have to try to find a balance
Yeah.
with being available and protecting your own personal time as well.
Yeah.
But clients' needs are the top priority.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you have to do things accordingly. So
Yeah.
it's flexible, but unpredictable at times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think too, setting, as difficult as it is, especially when you're a new agent, setting some healthy boundaries there as well. Yes, you have to be available kind of 24/7 when they're available
Yeah.
to go and to see houses or whatever
Yeah.
the case may be.
Yeah.
But also, if you have family plans or you have set things in your schedule,
Yeah.
learning to be able to say, hey, I can't do that right now
True.
because my family or my other responsibilities are a part of my life, and
Big
you
time.
can't take advantage of that either. So
Makes sense.
there's definitely a balance there. I
There
think
has to be a
that can
balance.
be really difficult. Can you think of a time in the past almost year that you have, had to fire a client or you've had to put a client in their place? Or if you haven't, how would you deal with a client like that where you'd have to say, this isn't working?
Well, I haven't fired anybody.
That's
still,
good.
still, and always wondering nobody fires me yet. But
Yeah.
I'm still in the prospecting,
Yeah.
for clients, building my client library and
Yeah.
stuff. But what I'm starting to learn is that you provide them with data. Data is something that, numbers, numbers are something
Yes.
that really tell a client that what it is really about.
Yeah.
So starting to use, a lot of resources and tools now. So data for me is starting to get more important.
Yeah.
Not putting into place. I think I'm polite like that.
Yeah.
Trying to put any, but providing them with data,
Yeah.
knowledge, market cycle is very important to me, or getting important to me.
Right.
And that's how I think we can be able to work something out and
Yeah.
provide them with the best knowledge.
So when you say data,
Yeah.
what are you referring to?
Data, for example, I book a showing or a client is interested in a house or property. Try to find comparables, for neighboring area.
Right.
Sometimes things are not, the prices of the values are not as per the assessment or something that should
Right.
be. So providing them with comparables or recently sold, properties and stuff.
Right.
That kind of data
Yeah.
does help, because sometimes
Well, to make sure that they're not overpaying
makes
or,
sense, or
yeah.
we're not trying
Yeah.
to lowball somebody anything,
Right.
at times.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
refer
And
to.
along those lines too, when you've got a client and, understanding what their needs are in
Yeah.
terms of like transportation or
Yeah.
schools or that type of data is important as
Very
well.
true,
Just,
very true.
making sure you know your areas and
Very
your
true.
municipalities and those
Very
types
true.
of things. So
Like,
yeah, that's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Okay, so the process is, I think the common myth there is that it's easy, that
Yeah.
you can just go through it quickly.
Yeah.
You're going to get in and you're going to make fast money, and I think in some cases sometimes that does happen.
Yeah.
Rarely.
Yeah.
But it is, I think, a lot longer and more complicated of a process. So once you are licensed and you are, in that every 2-year cycle of,
Yeah.
of re-educating and making sure that all of your things are up to date,
Yeah.
you're a full-time sales representative. What is the difference between, I hear sometimes, and I know the answer, but this is for the consumer because they're curious.
Yeah.
Some agents, and maybe, I don't know if you can answer this or not, but some agents represent themselves as personal real estate corporations.
Yeah.
What's the difference between just a regular agent and a personal real estate corporation?
With a regular agent, you're lot compliant. Compliance is always there, but you're a lot reliant on your brokerage for a lot of things. With personal Rec 2, you are still compliant, but I think you have decent amount of sales and background and
Right.
experience under your belt already. Still at the end of it, brokerage is big in helping both
Right.
of you guys out,
Yeah.
be it a standalone agent or a personal rec.
Yeah.
But I think with personal rec, you're just much more experienced,
Yes.
and you have a
I would say that too. And I think too, really the only difference, and this is the myth I like to
Yeah.
bust for the consumer, is, and maybe all of the personal real estate corporations out there will be upset that I'm saying this, but really it's for their benefit in
Yeah.
terms of, when you're a personal real estate corporation,
Yeah.
you have better benefits in terms of your taxes.
True. Yeah, taxes are a big
And
write-off.
so
on that,
it
yeah.
has something to do with your overall annual income.
Yes.
But beyond that,
Yeah.
it doesn't really have anything to do with your level of experience. And so why I say that is because in my mind,
Yeah.
people will think, well, I'm going to go and I'm going to choose an agent that's, got years and years of experience that showcases the fact that they have a personal real estate corporation, that they have these awards behind them and whatnot.
Yeah.
And that can be very complicated for someone like yourself who's newer
Yeah.
to really break in and say, hey, I'm here. And so what I like to say to that is a new agent
Yeah.
is probably the most currently educated and has the most knowledge of current legislation, more
Yeah.
so than even an experienced agent.
I totally agree with
Yeah.
that too. Yeah, that's
And
very well versed.
yeah, and so I think, if the argument is, well, I'm going to go choose an experienced agent, I think there's something to be said about choosing that newer agent, the one that's really showing, the hustle or being available and having the data, like you say.
Yeah.
There, that can be very impressive. And so, I think really there's no difference there between,
That's great.
the two of them. I think it's
That
a
makes
good
me
choice.
much more encouraged.
Yeah, well,
at times
definitely.
it does.
Yeah, it's a good choice.
As a new agent, it does.
Yes, absolutely.
It does.
Yeah,
Because
totally.
experience does matter, but sometimes things can be different. And
Experience matters, but knowledge matters too.
Knowledge matters
right?
too,
And
right,
I
yeah.
think, the like I said, the newer agent, they're going to be really on top of it because they want to impress. They've got something to prove.
Yep.
And so it's worth it.
Yeah,
to
it is.
connect
It
with
is
a newer
definitely worth
agent.
it.
Yeah.
I'm loving it again so far.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
great.
good. It's good.
So good. So good. So, okay. So I've got some quick questions here.
Okay.
That's kind of like the first thing that comes to your mind,
Yep.
if you can think of it. Some of this we covered a bit, but what is one misconception about becoming a real estate agent? Like something.
Well, I would say that many people think that real estate agents might not put in a lot of work, and they just come in, open the keys, open the door to the houses, write an offer, close the deal, and get a big paycheck.
Yeah.
So that's something that I really think is out there, but it's not about that. It's a lot of it's a demanding profession.
Yeah.
Like I said, you have to have that knowledge, ongoing training, have the skill set to have the ability or the skill set to take care of somebody's emotional plus financial burden, right? And it's one of their biggest investments of life.
Absolutely.
So you have to have that skill set to be able to adapt and be really be what they really want out of you.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the biggest words in real estate is negotiation. You are the negotiator for the client.
Yes.
But more so than that, you become a counselor, you become, a therapist,
Yes.
you're walking them through some highly emotional decisions.
Yeah, I mean, things are sometimes high stakes, complex, cases and stuff. So, like you said, sometimes you become a therapist sometimes. So, there's a lot more than just going there, showing the house, writing the offer, and getting the things done. Yeah, so there's a lot more to it.
I love that you said that. I think that is the misconception. The general public just think, I don't need an agent. I can sell my house myself. They're just there to take my money and, but there's so much more there to it.
There is a lot more to it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, what's one thing you wish you knew before starting?
Following up with clients, like I touched earlier.
Yep.
Following up, even when, like I said, there's not many showings or things going on, you have to follow up with your client on a regular basis. I am getting, better at it. It's live and learn. But that's something I think that took me a little bit by a surprise as well.
Yeah.
So following up is important.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because I think, and I don't know if this has been your experience,
Yeah.
but I know it's been my experience in the past where
Yeah.
I haven't followed up.
Yeah.
And then the next thing you know, you hear,
Yeah.
oh, they bought a house?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait a second, I thought you
Yeah.
were with me.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's really important.
Yeah.
You know what I'm learning as
Yeah.
I'm growing in this profession, that you have to follow up. So
Yeah.
that's important.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I would say, if I was to answer the question, what's one thing I wish I knew before starting?
Yeah.
This might be a little bit negative, but don't trust everyone.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that I learned pretty early on, and I was young when I
Yeah.
started, was not every agent is trustworthy, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And you kind of learn the hard way. Sometimes you get to know an agent, you tell them some of the things that are going on, and then the next thing you know, they've taken a client from you, or
Yeah. Yeah.
or maybe you're in a negotiation experience with an agent from somewhere else, and they end up in the negotiation, they're really kind of bullying you or treating you, not very nicely because you are newer.
Yes.
I think I would have wanted to have more of a heads up on that, like beware what you share with people.
I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a good one.
That's a good one too. Yes. Thank you. Yes.
Okay. If starting a career in real estate were a sport, what would it be and why?
A marathon.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, because you gotta go slow.
Yes.
But stay consistent.
Yeah.
Like sprint is quick and short, right? But this is something building over time.
Yeah.
Staying motivated, staying out there, have that endurance, and stamina.
Yeah.
Consistent, and for the long haul.
Yeah.
So for me, real estate is a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah.
So that's one sport or something I would refer to.
That is I can't even think of a better one than that. You're so right. It is. It's the long haul.
It's the long haul.
Yeah.
It is the long haul, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So marathon.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. I love it. Well, getting your license is just the beginning.
Yes.
Once you get that license with the right support, the training, the persistence, that marathon running, you can definitely have a successful career in real estate. So would you say, as you're kind of heading towards the end of your first year, you're feeling like you want to stick with this? Can you see a future in it?
I definitely see a future to it.
Good.
For me, I critically think a lot.
Yeah.
So this was a decision that was going on in my head for quite some time. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I bought my own house in 2022. Mm-hmm. And I just, became an agent in 2024. Mm-hmm. So there was a lot of thought process that went into it. And I'm in for the long haul. Mm-hmm. I'm not going anywhere. So again, thanks to LePage as well, for being supportive. And like I said, we have a great community here. So everybody is very helpful and stuff.
I love that, and I didn't even tell you to say that. That was good.
Yeah, no, you did not. But it's just coming from my own personal experience.
Yeah.
Been here for a year, right? And then, but again, we have all the knowledge and the resources provided by our brokerages and stuff.
Yeah.
So no, I'm in for the long haul.
That's so good.
Sales will come eventually, but you have to stay consistent and plant that seed, and then it takes at least 10, 15 years to grow a tree. Yeah. So, but yeah, long answer to a short question. I'm in there for the long haul.
That's so
not
good.
going anywhere.
Love it.
Yes.
That's so good.
Yes.
Well, I think we've answered quite a few of the questions around what to expect. What we'll do is we'll provide your information at the end of this podcast. If you, the consumer, want to get in touch with Rocky, if something's resonated with you, reach out to him, and he is ready to work with you. And, he's in it for the long haul. That is such an encouraging thing for someone that's looking, whether it's looking to buy or sell in the short term or in the long term, you're there to help them. And
I am definitely there to help them out with anything.
Yeah, that's good. So, and we'll also provide with the podcast the information to the links of how to get the education.
Sure.
And if you are someone out there looking at this and going, actually, that sounds interesting to me, that sounds like something I'd like to do, we'll have those links available for you in the comment section as well. And you can definitely check out licensing. And if you've got questions about what that looks like, you can always reach out to myself or someone at the brokerage. We can guide you through that process. Closing thoughts from you, Rocky. What would you like to say to the world on YouTube and Spotify today?
Well, I am a newbie, but I work hard.
I love it.
So I'm all about trusting, building relationships. But I know everybody, is there out doing the same thing. But I'm willing to help you out, if there is anything I can help you out with. Other than that, no, just stay consistent, and disciplined. But I'm happy with where I am right now.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Rocky, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me
We
over.
really appreciate it. And
Thank you so
we
much.
look forward to seeing great successes for you in the future.
Thank you.
We'll keep an eye on what you're up to and
Definitely.
cheer you along all the way. So
I appreciate that.
Thank you again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us for this edition of the Red Chair Podcast. We hope you've enjoyed it. Be sure to click on that notification button so you can get notifications of new episodes as they come. You'll see other episodes here on the screen as well that you can choose from. Maybe there's another topic there that looks good to you, so click on that and listen as well. Be sure to share this with people. We want to get the word out there that we've got this great resource that teaches the consumer all about real estate. And so we thank you for joining us today, and we hope you have a great day. We will see you again here on the Red Chair Podcast. Thanks, Rocky.
Thank you so much, April.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.